everyone, I'm Ashley Williams, archivist at Hagley Museum and Library. When I'm not working in the archives, I love baking goodies to share with friends, family, and coworkers. My delight in cooking makes me particularly interested when I come across recipes and collections. Sure, some recipes make me a bit queasy. I'm looking at you, jellied salads. But many pique my interest, particularly ones that use products I have in my own pantry or brands or items I've never heard of. Hagley recently reached an agreement with the New York-based advertising firm Batten, Barton, Durstein & Osborne Incorporated, BBDO for short, to house the company's records. BBDO came into being in 1928 when the George Batten Company merged with Barton, Durstein & Osborne. Today, BBDO is one of the nation's most prestigious advertising agencies with 81 offices around the world. One of my current duties at Hagley is processing the BBDO collection. Once the material arrives at Hagley, my job is to bring order to the chaos. I organize the papers, photos, films, and other materials in the collection, write an inventory, and identify any fragile or damaged items that might need conservation. The end product is a document that lets researchers know what is in the boxes and whether it will be useful. Although the BBDO collection covers a lot of the firm's history, it doesn't include every document BBDO produced. But I noticed it did include a lot of recipes. They show up in advertisements, in newsletters, in pamphlets. It made me wonder, why do all of these recipes exist and where did they come from? So I did what any good researcher would do. I looked at the collection for answers, and what I found was fascinating. By the early 1930s, BBDO had a critical mass of work focusing on food for its major clients. They established a test kitchen to better facilitate their food-based efforts. It served as a place to create and test recipes, showcase BBDO's work to clients, and shoot high-quality photos and film of products for advertising campaigns. BBDO set up their test kitchen, which looks similar to the kitchen I'm in at the Eleutherian Mills residence here at Hagley, to be aesthetically pleasing and functional. They wanted it to look authentic, realistic, similar to kitchens housewives use in their own homes, but on a larger scale to facilitate photography and motion picture cameras. BBDO filmed steaming soufflés coming out of the oven and photographed delectable cakes with the perfect icing swirl. The test kitchen meant there was no longer any need to transport foods to a studio. BBDO got into the business of creating and testing recipes for their clients as an extension of their test kitchen efforts, and their work paid off. For example, in the early 1950s, Betty Crocker lagged significantly behind Pillsbury and Duncan Hines in sales. BBDO's extensive testing and development of Betty Crocker cake mix recipes included in advertisements and on packaging helped turn things around and make the company a market leader in just a few years. Additionally, when BBDO acquired Campbell's Soup as a client in 1954, they saw Campbell's sales stalling out. BBDO's strategy for Campbell's included creating recipes that used their soups in a variety of ways. Sales increased in part because women had new recipes to feed their families that saved time and money by using pre-cooked and packaged foods like Campbell's Soups. BBDO also collected recipes from various sources to have on hand as examples for their work with clients. By 1961, they collected a library of over 100 cookbooks for test kitchen employees to use in their recipe work. BBDO used the recipes created, tested, and collected in the test kitchen, not only with clients, but also in focus groups, executive lunches, brainstorming dinners, and employee contests. The test kitchen's work spread to all parts of BBDO's operations, cementing the kitchen and its recipes as important parts of the company. Most importantly, BBDO's work on recipes made the agency a leader in food-based marketing, since it was one of the first to help clients through recipe development and testing. Join me as we dig into the BBDO archives to find some of the recipes they created, tested, and collected. I'll also cook and taste the recipes for you and give you a little history of the clients and recipes along the way. So grab an apron, warm up the oven, and get ready to learn about BBDO's recipes.